sound match, click it. Alright, well, welcome back guys to the Northwest Forager. In this episode, I thought it would be fun to give a go at making some hard apple cider. Now, my in-laws had a couple of apple trees in their orchard, and even though it's way past the season, I still managed to be able to collect a few of these, maybe not so desirable for eating, but nevertheless they'll be good for fermenting. If you have apple trees near you, even though it's pretty late in the year, you still may have a chance of finding a couple, if not in the branches on the ground. Now granted, they're not going to be in the best condition, but if you cut off the bad spots and you cut out the worms, you could still probably salvage at least 70% of these. And for the intents of brewing, it's not going to matter how fresh they taste as long as they're not completely rotten. The brewing process I was thinking about trying out is going to be pretty basic. I have these quart-sized jars, and I'm going to chop up the apples into really small pieces, cutting out any of the bad spots. I'm going to fill the jar probably 3/4 of the way, and then I'm going to add some sugar, some honey, I'll put in some yeast, and I'll fill the rest up with water, and put the lid on just like that. And I'll use a rubber band to hold it on, and that will keep force on it, but when gas builds up, it'll be enough to release it, so it'll act like an airlock. So that's the process I want to try, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll check back and see if we have anything worth drinking. So stay tuned. Sugar, it's a hack. It gives you energy. It's a hack. Hack. Dang, girl. That's my Scrambled O impression. Dang, look at that boy. Thought it'd be more interesting to use the elderberry yeast starter that I made in a previous episode. So, quick update. As you probably noticed, I used the Elderberry Yeast starter instead of the regular brewer's yeast. So, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out, especially since it's a wild yeast and I'm using it on some fairly past due apples. As far as the recipe goes, I'll list the amount of ingredients used down in the comments below. Down in the description below. I think after about a week or two I'm going to strain out the apple chunks. At that point I will do an update, so please check back and we'll see how everything turns out. So it'll be fun. Thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up if you like this video and continue to put your suggestions and comments down below. Happy foraging! If you haven't seen Scrambled O, then you have no idea what I just did. You probably think I'm crazier than ever.